This bout is in the lightweight division, brought to you by Ogle, Elrod, and Burrill. First, please welcome to the cage, Quinten Culpepper.
First out in our main event of the evening in Newport at Valor Fights 42, Quinten Culpepper from American Top Team Rush MMA. Casey, tell us about Quinten, who's 2-0 as a pro.
Man, well, you said it the best. He's fighting out of Rush MMA, an American Top Team affiliate under Bubby Mitchell. We've seen them all night long. They've done great things. This will be the toughest match of the night for that team, but man, Quinten, he does it all, man. He can strike, but he also has very, very crafty submissions. We saw it. He pulled out a toe hold over Jonathan Pierce a few months back. Crafty techniques like that are what set him apart, I believe, in addition just to overall fighting prowess.
Never been finished in his MMA career. Turned pro in May of 2016. And Quinten Culpepper's opponent tonight, pretty accomplished and smooth Stephen Haag, who's also pretty well-rounded and has his own creativity with submissions, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, and that's one thing we've seen. You and I watched him the first time. I think you and I called the fights together with Stephen Haag inside the cage. He locked down that bicep, that calf cutter,
right.
calf slicer. You rarely see that in mixed martial arts competition. He pulled it off. It's one of the most beautiful things I've seen. But then on top of that, he can strike. He had that war with Nick Gertz that garnered him Fight of the Year here at Valor Fights. This is truly a dream matchup.
Well, as a pro and an amateur, that Nick Gertz Fight of the Year is the only time that Smooth has tasted defeat in his career. 5-0 as an amateur, now 2-1 as a pro. The Nick Gertz fight was a little more than a year ago. He's coming off of a win in August over Randy Stamey at Valor Fights 36. Back to Jennifer. Stephen Haag, that's his pronunciation. Haag. He's okay with both, I believe. But Stephen Haag out of Fit Factory Victory BJJ in Morristown, Tennessee, is really proficient with that guard. We talked about the creative submissions and that battle with Nick Gertz. Boy, this is going to be some matchup.
Oh, yeah, it certainly is. And Stephen Haag is a guy that I met years ago. I saw it. He came up in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu competition under Phil Hurst. And really, we saw him develop there. And then as he started to fight mixed martial arts, we saw the striking develop. Of course, training at Fit Factory with Gene Click, that's actually in Sevierville. So he cross-trains over there and really has brought his game together.
We'll finish that story in 1 second. Take a look at the tail of the tape. Stephen Haag, Quinten Culpepper, our main event of the evening at Valor Fights 42. It's presented by Ogle, Elrod, and Burrill. Lightweights at 155. Haag 2 years younger than Culpepper. Haag 1 inch taller than Culpepper. Culpepper, though, a 0 in the loss column. Haag has that one defeat to Nick Gertz. Culpepper weighing in at 155.3. Smooth Stephen Haag at 154.3. And Stephen Haag, yes, a police officer. 4 years of the Hamilton County Sheriff's Department. That's his number one job. His second job is MMA. But he told Casey Oxendine and Tim Loy on the Valor Hour this week, which you should download and subscribe, which you can get at Valor Fights' Facebook page and other social media outlets, that he spends as much time on this job, his second job, as his first job as a police officer in Morristown. All right, back to Jennifer.
This bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. First, fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in at 155 pounds, holds an undefeated professional record of 2 wins with 0 losses, and fights out of American Top Team Rush MMA in Macon, Georgia, Quinten Culpepper. And his opponent across the cage to my left, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 155 pounds, holds a record of 2 wins with 1 loss, and fights out of Fit Factory Victory BJJ in Morristown, Tennessee, Smooth Stephen Haag.
gentlemen, you both received your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my command. Have any questions from red? Any questions from blue? Be ready to fight.
Nate Jolly, our referee, for our main event at Valor Fights 42 in Newport, Tennessee, presented by Ogle, Elrod, and Burrell. Professional lightweight bout at 155 pounds. Quinten Culpepper in the gray trunks. Smooth Stephen Haag in the American flag trunks. 3 5-minute rounds. They touch gloves. We're underway in our main event of Valor Fights 42. Casey Oxidine, Vince Ferrara, cage side. Great to have you with us in this terrific matchup. Both exchange quick kicks.
You know, in a lot of ways, these competitors are similar, and in many ways, they're contrasting. But it is this one was a very difficult fight to call and to predict. And look at this, Imanari roll by Stephen Haag. Transitions to the top position here. Wow.
Good on the butterfly. Beautiful on the butterfly.
Very technical jiu-jitsu.
High level stuff.
Beautiful work by Quinten Culpepper with the butterfly, but somehow Stephen Haag transitions to the triangle and delivers the elbows. This is a grappler's dream here. These guys. So tough, and it's done! Stephen Haag with a submission! Just like that!
Unreal in a minute.
And you saw it, man. It was a beautiful butterfly from Quinten Culpepper. And Haag was able to hold on to the wizard, transition into that triangle choke, and get the tap out. Wow.
Such a vicious finish for Stephen Haag. He is so dangerous.
And there it is. You see the butterfly. It looked like Culpepper was on his way up. Haag transitions the right leg over the top and into the triangle choke. What a beautiful finish. Unreal over a top-tier prospect in Quinten Culpepper.
Man, as soft-spoken and as humble as Stephen Haag is, he's just relentless in going after that sub. High-level technical stuff from Stephen Haag, who moves his professional record to 3-1. Quinten Culpepper suffers his first defeat as a pro and first loss overall for Quinten Culpepper since 2014, where he lost to Jornado Harris. Culpepper had won 3 straight, 2 as a pro in his last amateur bout. And Smooth Stephen Haag now has won 2 straight. Randy Stamey, and now over a terrific fighter in Quinten Culpepper. All right, to announce our winner, back to Jennifer in the cage.
Your referee stops this bout at 1 minute and 12 seconds into the first round for your winner by triangle choke submission. Out of the blue corner, Smooth Stephen Haag.
Stephen, I've known you for many, many years, man. You started out as a grappling phenom and progressed into the mixed martial arts talent that you are, but man, those roots, they never die. It started with an Imanari roll, and it transitioned to what appeared that Quinten was looking to butterfly you. You caught the whizzer, you slung the leg over, you secured that triangle choke, and it was a done deal. Talk about this fight.
I knew Quinten was going to be tough coming in. We worked a lot on our striking. He's very, very unorthodox. He likes to switch it up a bit. So thanks to Brian Rosenbaum on my striking. He's been helping me out a lot the past little bit. Just working those hands, mixing in with my takedowns, just working it in with my jiu-jitsu to help better my overall game.
This was a very difficult fight to call. Quinten Culpepper, you know, he actually came out of his last fight with a toe hold submission. You don't see that very often. I've actually seen you with the calf slash or the calf cutter in mixed martial arts competition. Another move you rarely see. And when you roll the dice, you know, it's hard to tell what's going to happen. In this case, you come out with the victory in very smooth fashion. What is next for you?
We'll see what Valor has. We'll just have to wait and see, but I'm ready. I feel good.
Well, really quick, I know a lot of people came out here to support you. A police officer there in Morristown doing so much for the community. You know, talk about it, give your shout outs where they're due.
Shout out to all my sponsors, Big Grips Athletics, Smith Vending Company, Fortress Fitness Kickboxing, Five Rivers CrossFit, International Coin Sale World Showcase, Make Yourself Tattoo Studio, Hearst Real Estate and Auction, Roberts Auto Sales, West End Pond. Big thanks to my coaches, B. Phil Hurst, Brian Rosenbaum, Gene Click, everybody helped prepare me for this fight. Thanks to all my friends and family, everybody at the Sheriff's Office that come out to support me. Thank you all. Oh, most importantly, thanks to my wife. We're about to have a baby, so I'm ready to get out of here and get home to her. Thank you.
One more time for your winner, Smooth Stephen Hay!